Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. My name is Josh Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today. As always, I have my good friend, my good pal. He is not Mr. Snowman. He is Mr. Al Connickson today. How are you doing today, Al?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Josh. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, on our first go about here, we have our timer going. We have our snowmen dancing. We had some good tunes. Well, now we are live, back in the saddle, talking about the stock market. And that's what we do here on the show today. Each and every week, actually, Al, we talk about the stock market and what's going on with it, some of the great, exciting things that are happening with the stock market, and some of the things that us as the retail investors or traders, how we can take advantage of these great, volatile times with the markets. Before we do that, our sponsor actually on their 25th year, actually on their 26th year,
right?
Teaching people just like you how to trade and invest in the financial markets. And that can be any type of market, stock, options, futures, Forex, your cryptocurrency, whatever that soup du jour of the day is. Online Trading Academy has education and content teaching people just like you how to use those markets, whether you're looking for income strategies or long-term wealth strategies. Just a quick update on the week here with the stock market. We've seen gains the past few weeks here. This week, especially Monday, Tuesday, pretty decent drop on the week. Wednesday was it didn't really move a whole lot Wednesday, and gapped up on Thursday. We know what happened on Friday. But we've seen some movement there this week. Great opportunities for people shorting the market. We'll talk a little bit about that today. It's a new term for some people. The oil market. Oil has been continuing to chug down, I should say. Now off the highs, we're down about 43% from the highs. So it continues to drop. We're seeing those gifts at the pump. It's almost Christmas time. Our gas prices are getting a little bit cheaper. XLE, which is the energy sector, still it's coming down slightly, but it's still near those highs. One of the things that we talked about over the past several months was gold, how it's been dropping with the stock market. Well, with the stock market going up again, it was correlated once again, and we're seeing some gains in the gold futures market, up about 10% off the lows here from looks like the beginning of November. So we're seeing some good volatility, great moves in the markets, and there's a lot of people out there that want to do things differently with their accounts. But here's the problem, Al, is I think what's happening is people, just because they don't know how to do it initially, they do nothing because they don't want to mess it up. And I know you've been talking with a lot of people about that. I actually had a lot of conversations about that with people as well. How do you help people take action and actually get started to learn the skills so you don't mess it up, so you can do that confidently?
Yeah, I think what it really comes down to is fear of the unknown. And everybody is afraid of or concerned about something they don't know and then kind of jumping into it. Most of the people that come into our classes have no experience at all. And it's amazing how many excuses people come up with for not doing something, dealing with something so important in their life.
To give you an example how silly that is I had a person actually say, I can't learn how to trade because I got to wash my windows. I said, are you serious? Yeah, I got to watch. So there's always a reason why not to do something. That's why you really help inspire people, help people do things differently.
Well, no matter how many windows you have, they're always going to continue to get dirty. But people are concerned. Maybe they don't have a brokerage account. They don't know how to set it up. They feel they don't have enough money to be able to do this, and they don't have enough time. That gets kind of down to that window thing. They're not smart enough. Commissions are too high. Those are all things that are fallacies that we cover in these classes. When you talk about not having enough money, there are assets you can trade. You started out by saying we talk about the stock market, and then you mention futures, Forex, and options.
Yep.
There are assets other than the stock market. There are ways of participating in these markets with small amounts of money. And by the way, when you start, while you're learning, you shouldn't be using your money. You should be doing demo trading. We show you how to do that. We have a trading platform where you can have a demo account. And while you're learning how to identify proper entry and exit points, you want to be able to do that with pretend money before you start to actually invest your own money. But what we want to do is make sure that you feel that you have the ability to develop the confidence to be able to do this and to do it in a way where overall you're going to be profitable. But look, right now people are just bombarded with noise, and this is one of the problems. You get noise from Wall Street. It could be negative. Usually, the news you get on the radio or on the TV is negative news. It incites anger in people, frustration. You get politicians making comments. There's all sorts of things out there that will keep people from doing this because they don't know how to react to that news. Well, here's the point. Don't listen to that news because a lot of it can be false. A lot of it can be basically misrepresentations, lies about things. All you need to do is know what moves the price of something, what actually is impactful in these markets, and that's price movement. And it's very simple. It doesn't make any difference, actually, what is happening in the economy. There is going to always be something that moves and give you the opportunity to be profitable, but it all depends, your success all depends on when you get into something and when you get out of something, price-wise.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought a couple of those things up there, especially about having people practice before they put their hard-earned money on the line. As you know, Al, I'm a big sports fan. And it's football season. I love Sundays. Well, quite frankly, I love Thursday evenings. I love Sundays. I love Monday nights. Because we have lots of football on, and I'm stuck to the TV watching it, going to a lot of the games, and I just love it. But the reason we go to these games is because we have professional athletes, not because they're just different type of people. It's because they've practiced. Right. They practice during the week to try to get better, to prepare for that next week. We have the Minnesota Vikings. 11-2 or 10-2, having a pretty decent season this year.
A great season.
So we have, they practice every week. Unfortunately, our Denver Broncos are not doing so hot, but they are still practicing, trying to improve their game, improve their skills so they can get up to that elite status, which I think they will once again. So we have things that we need to do in the markets, just like in our everyday life. But I think you brought a good point up as well, is with all the negative stuff that's out there, I think people put their hands in the air. Right. And they say, I don't even know. I don't even want to look at it. Well, that's what we're going to talk about here coming up in the show. We're going to talk about how to have a plan, how to make smart investing decisions, how to use leverage in the markets, which means using less capital and being capital efficient. We have a lot to talk about there, Al, but I do have some tickets I want to give away to a free investing class so people can see how do you practice right? How do you do the right things? We'll talk about plans later in this investing class, how to create a plan. So what are some of the characteristics that you need to be successful in the financial markets? That's all in this investing class. Call right now for 2 seats. You can call 888-682-6466, or you can text the word investing to the number 210-210, and that's for 2 seats for a free investing class local right here at our academies. If you're listening right now, text right now, investing to the number 210-210. Al, coming up next, we're going to talk about creating plans, how to make smart investing decisions. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be right back.